Have you ever noticed how Holy Week looks a little different depending on where you are? In the United States, the week leading up to Easter isn't just a solemn observance, it's a living tapestry of faith, culture and community. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet hills of New Mexico, Catholic parishes and families breathe life into ancient traditions, but with their own unique local flavor. Some of these practices are dramatic and emotional, bringing the Passion of Christ vividly to life. Others are peaceful, full of quiet reflection or joyful anticipation. Together, they tell a beautiful story that the Catholic faith is both deeply rooted and wonderfully diverse. So, whether you're someone who looks forward to Holy Week every year, or you're just discovering what makes it special, come along as we journey across the US to explore 10 remarkable Catholic Holy Week traditions. You might even discover a new one to bring into your own life. And hey, if your parish or hometown has a tradition we didn't mention, share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss future stories about Catholic life and tradition. Alright, let's get into it. Number 10. The Passion of the Christ reenactment, San Fernando Cathedral, San Antonio, Texas. Let's begin in San Antonio, where Holy Week takes on a powerful visual form. At San Fernando Cathedral, locals gather for an emotional reenactment of Jesus' final hours, from his condemnation to the crucifixion. It's not just a play, it's a spiritual experience. The streets of downtown San Antonio become a living Jerusalem, with actors portraying Jesus, Mary, Roman soldiers and more. It all starts at Travis Park, with a bilingual ecumenical prayer service. Then the crowd walks together in a solemn procession toward the cathedral. When they arrive, they witness a symbolic crucifixion on the steps of the church. Even more touching, the event is often led by Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Silla, giving it both pastoral guidance and deep cultural resonance. The mix of Spanish and English prayers reflects San Antonio's vibrant Catholic heritage. It's moving, it's unforgettable, and it draws people closer to Christ's suffering and his love. Number 9. Church hopping, New Orleans, Louisiana. Next, we head to New Orleans, where Holy Thursday takes on a unique rhythm. Locals call it church hopping. But this isn't a casual stroll, it's a sacred pilgrimage that traces Jesus' path to Calvary by visiting multiple churches, often 7 or 9 in total. Each stop includes a short prayer and meditation, often tied to the Stations of the Cross. This tradition is rooted in the ancient Catholic custom of visita iglesia, brought over by Spanish and French settlers. But in New Orleans, it takes on a life of its own, thanks to the city's rich cultural layers. Most people walk through or near the French Quarter, visiting beautiful old churches like the St. Louis Cathedral. The quiet reverence inside each church is a stark contrast to the noise of the city outside, creating a powerful moment of stillness and spiritual reflection. Number 8. The Tomb of the Lord, Grobpansky, Chicago, Illinois. In the heart of Chicago stands St. Hyacinth Basilica, where Holy Week is colored by deep Polish tradition. Here the community builds the Tomb of the Lord, or Grobpansky, an elaborate life-size representation of Jesus lying in the tomb, surrounded by flowers, candles and sacred art. This tradition stretches back to 1894, when Polish immigrants brought it with them to their new home. After the Good Friday liturgy, the tomb is unveiled. For the next day or so, people come in and out, praying, weeping, watching in silent adoration. And it's not just a display, it's a community labor of love. Volunteers decorate it for hours, kids come with their families, elders light candles in memory of loved ones. If you ever visit, you'll feel the power of faith, culture and beauty woven into one sacred space. It's one of the most touching ways to encounter the sorrow and hope of Holy Week. Number 7. Blessing of Easter Baskets, Buffalo, New York. Let's talk about something a little more joyful. Easter baskets. But not the candy-filled kind. At St. Stanislaus Bishop and Martyr Church in Buffalo, New York, families bring baskets filled with bread, eggs, ham, sausage, butter, cheese, salt and horseradish, each food symbolizing something spiritual. These baskets are carefully lined with white cloths, often embroidered with crosses or Easter designs. Then on Holy Saturday, the priest blesses them with holy water after a short prayer service. It's an old-world tradition with roots in Eastern European Catholicism, especially Poland and Ukraine. The idea is to bring the first meal of Easter Sunday to God, asking for his blessing before sharing it with loved ones. And it's more than just a custom, it's a celebration. Kids wear their Sunday best. Grandmas show off homemade bread. It's a beautiful mix of family, faith and festivity. Number 6. Praying the Steps, Cincinnati, Ohio. If you find yourself in Cincinnati on Good Friday, you might spot something remarkable just after midnight. Thousands of people, from teenagers to seniors, start climbing the 96 steps leading up to Holy Cross Immaculata Church in Mount Adams, and they're not rushing. With every step they pray an Our Father or Hail Mary, slowly making their way to the top. Why? It's a tradition over 160 years old. It began when Archbishop Purcell promised to build a church on that hill if God saved him during a violent storm at sea. He survived, built the church, and the faithful have been praying the steps ever since. It's both a physical and spiritual journey, symbolizing Christ's walk to Calvary. By the time you reach the church, especially under a still dark sky, you feel like you've truly walked with Jesus. Number 5, pilgrimage to El Santuario de Chimayo, New Mexico. Now let's head southwest to the deserts of New Mexico. Every year, tens of thousands of pilgrims walk toward El Santuario de Chimayo, a small adobe chapel about 28 miles north of Santa Fe. The journey can take days. Some start in Albuquerque, walking over 90 miles. Others carry crosses. Many do it barefoot, as an act of penance. What draws them? The healing dirt of Chimayo. Locals believe the soil here has healing properties, physically and spiritually. Inside the chapel, there's a small room where pilgrims can take a handful of this blessed dirt. But it's not just about miracles, it's about sacrifice, faith, devotion. People walk with their prayers, their pain, their hopes. And when they finally arrive on Good Friday, they're met with music, mass, and the comforting presence of thousands who made the same journey. Number 4, Way of the Cross. Over the Brooklyn Bridge, New York City. Imagine carrying a large wooden cross across the Brooklyn Bridge, in the middle of New York City. That's exactly what happens every Good Friday during the Way of the Cross procession, organized by the Group Communion and Liberation since 1996. It starts at St. James Cathedral in Brooklyn. From there, hundreds of faithful cross the iconic bridge, stopping at various points for prayers, hymns and readings. The midpoint of the bridge, City Hall Park and Zuccotti Park, all become modern-day stations of the cross. It's a bold and beautiful witness of faith in a fast-paced world. As the sounds of traffic and sirens hum in the background, you're drawn into a quiet reflection on Christ's suffering and how it speaks to our world today. Number 3, Mary's Way of the Cross. Forest Hills, New York. So, while most stations of the cross focus on Jesus, this one takes, a slightly different perspective. Mary's, at Our Lady Queen of Martyrs in Forest Hills, New York, and in many other parishes across the United States, the faithful walk through the Way of the Cross from the eyes of the Virgin Mary. It's called Mary's Way of the Cross, and it really focuses on her sorrow, her strength, and her unwavering faith as she accompanies her son to the cross. From the moment she meets him on the road, to standing beneath the cross, to cradling his lifeless body in her arms, it's emotional, raw, and deeply moving. It helps us see the Passion not just as history, but as a deeply human story of love, sacrifice, and, a mother's grief. Number 2, The Great Passion Play, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Ready for something epic? In Eureka Springs, Arkansas, The Great Passion Play brings Holy Week to life with a dramatic reenactment of Jesus' final days, performed in a 4,000-seat outdoor amphitheater right beneath the towering Christ of the Ozarks statue. The production features over 170 actors, live animals, yes, real camels and horses, and a multi-level set. Scenes move from Palm Sunday to the Resurrection in just under 2 hours, complete with music, lighting, and some really powerful monologues. Since 1968, this play has drawn more than 8 million visitors. It's more than just a show, it's a full-blown ministry. And for many, it's the most vivid way they've ever experienced the story of Jesus' passion and love. Number 1, Easter Sunrise Mass, Memphis, Tennessee. We end our journey in Memphis, where Easter Sunday begins not with breakfast, but with a breathtaking sunrise mass. Held at the historic Calvary Catholic Cemetery, this outdoor liturgy starts at 6:45 a.m., just as the sky begins to turn gold. It's led by the Bishop of Memphis and attended by hundreds of families standing among the graves of over 45,000 Catholics. It's a reminder that Christ's resurrection isn't just ancient history, it's the promise of eternal life, right here, right now. Standing there as the sun rises over the tombstones, you feel the joy of Easter morning in your bones. It's simple, sacred, and honestly unforgettable. And there you have it, 10 incredible Catholic Holy Week traditions from across the United States. Each one reflects the heart of a community, the beauty of culture, and the depth of our shared faith. Whether it's a dramatic reenactment, a quiet procession, or a family gathering around a blessed Easter basket, these traditions remind us that Holy Week is not just something we observe, it's something we live. So, which one moved you the most? Have you ever taken part in any of these? Or does your parish have its own unique Holy Week tradition? Let us know in the comments. We'd honestly love to hear your stories. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey, give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring Catholic content. Until next time, may your Holy Week be filled with grace, reflection, and the powerful joy of Easter.